Alright, welcome to Digital School Solution. This solution is a comprehensive school management system that helps schools to manage their activities effectively. And so we're going to start as a staff of the school or the administrator of the system. You can log in with your staff ID, and every staff has been given an ID and a password. So we're going to enter our staff ID. For example, we're going to enter the ID staff, and you also enter your password. Now once you enter your staff ID and your password, you click on login. But before then, you can actually return back to the home page of your school's website. And if you're not a student, the student also have the ability to log in into their own portal. Now, once I've entered my staff ID and my staff password, I'll click on login. Once login is successful, it brings me to the school management dashboard. As you can see, there are a whole lots of contents that can be managed from this place: portal settings, students manager, assessment manager, result manager, staff manager, applications manager, content manager, timetable manager, communication, student learning aid, lesson notes, school finance, summer student, summer assessment, just a whole lot. Then you can log out. And so we're going to start this module. Module 1 is going to be covering the portal settings. The portal settings, you click on the portal settings. This is where we set all basic information about the school. This basic information include the school information, school section, school classes, school subclasses, school subjects, sets, term and session, grading system, SMS sender ID, number of times school open, and promotion criteria. So we take on school information. The school information session is the place where we fill in basic information about our school. Now you have to understand that this information have to be entered correctly, else they will not be able to be displayed on your school's result. Whatever name you enter here, phone number, email address, your school's motto, the logo of the school, these are the things that will show when your result is displayed or in any other document that is being generated by this school portal. And so we, for example, we put our motto, wisdom and excellent. If you put your vision, your address, your logo here, you have the ability to change your logo. You can go to your desktop, pick up the logo. I will stop the record now.
Got it. We did it.
Oh.
We did it.
Okay, under your portal settings, we have students' school information. You fix in all this. You put your school's motto. For example, achieving greatness. You upload the logo here, and then you save settings. Setting was saved successfully. You also have to know that you can make changes to this and also save it again. The second one we have to look at is the school section. The school section talks about what are the section that the school has. This software is able to manage from crèche to nursery to primary to secondary, and then for schools that are tertiary institutions we can also manage them. And so for example, we have basic, nursery, primary, and if we want to tell the system that we are going to be managing junior secondary or senior secondary, for example, we will just come to this place under section ID. We will fix JS. We'll say JS. Now what does JS stand for? JS stands for junior secondary. Then we will submit. If we submit, we are going to find it here on the right hand side, which says JS short name and then junior secondary. If we are doing the same for senior secondary, we are going to say SS, and then we are going to say senior secondary school, senior secondary school. Then we submit. We're also going to say, if we are doing for basic, we'll come here, we'll say basic. Basic simply means for schools that have primary, then we'll say basic. If we are doing for nursery, we can enter NUR and then come here and type nursery. After that, the system now knows the type of schools that we have, whether our school is made up of nursery, primary, secondary, or whatever you define at this point is preparing the system to know the kind of school we have. Also, we have what we call school classes. You are aware that every school has classes ranging from nursery 1, nursery 2, nursery 3 to primary 1 to primary 6, and then from JSS 1 to SS 3. And so we're going to register all the classes that we have. For example, you know, class ID, we could say JSS JS1, and then class name. Class name basically tells us what class we are dealing with. For example, the hints are already even there. So as you fill up, you get a hint. Junior secondary 1. Then class grade. The hint here says, for example, JS1 is equal to 1, SS1 is equal to 4. Now, what it means is that JS1 is 1, JS2 is 2, JS3 is 3, SS1 is 4, SS2 is 5, SS3 is 6. The same thing for basic. Basic 1 is 1, just like that. So here, because we entered JS1, we are going to put 1. And then section where this class belongs, it belongs to junior secondary. And so we submit it. Now, if we had entered SS2, SS2, remember, is 5 because it is the 5th class in the secondary section. We'll enter 5 and it will be under senior secondary. Then we'll submit it. But if we had entered basic 1 without space, remember you don't allow space on the class ID section. We have to put basic here, basic 1, and under this place we have to fill it as basic. So if it is basic 5, if it is basic 5 or 4, for example, the ID the grade here will be 4. So basic 1 is 1, basic 2 is 2, basic 3 is 3, and it continues like that in ascending order, and then we submit. Make sure, as you can see on the right hand side, you see basic 1, grade level 1, basic 2, grade level 2, until we have basic 5. The same thing applies to JSS 1 to SS3. After submitting the classes, we enter the subclasses, school subclasses. School subclasses only lets us know, the system has to know how many subclasses do we have in every class. If, for example, we have JSS 1A, JSS 1B, JSS 1C, we have to define it. Most schools use letters, alphabets A, B, and C, while some other schools use various code names to identify. And so let's assume in our school we use ABC. So we're going to put A here. We'll also put A here as the subclass name, and we submit. After putting A, we'll put B. We'll put B here also. We submit. Then if your school uses subclasses that are with code names, some people, instead of saying JSS 1A, they will say JSS 1 Andy. You also repeat Andy here. Then if they also have JSS 2 Durban, you also repeat Durban here. So it has to do with how many subclasses is your school divided into. After this, you submit, you're going to see it here. So for these schools, they are using A, B, C. They are also using Diamond, Science Ace, Pinel, Summer. Now, school subjects. If you look at school subject here, you're going to come, this is a collection or a listing of all the subjects that are offered in the school. And so when you have this, you're supposed to submit the subject so that the computer will know. Now we have subject short name, we have subject name, we have subject type, we also have school section that is offering the subject. Now for the short name, every subject you give them a short name to be able to help the computer run the result processing effectively. And if you come here, for example, English, we can have ENG, then the subject name, this is where you write it fully, English language. Now, when you come to subject type, you ask yourself, is English language an art subject, a core subject? A core subject simply means that it is a compulsory subject. Is it a general subject? Is it a religious subject? Is it a science subject like physics, chemistry? Or is it a vocational subject like entrepreneurship and marketing? Is it others? Is it linguistic? Okay, English language happens to be a linguistic, or we can call it it's a core subject because it is compulsory for everybody in the school. And so you say, which section am I applying English language to? English language can be applied to all the students because from nursery school to secondary school they offer English language, so we can say all. But if we want to apply it only for a particular class, okay, let's just apply to all here and we submit. We'll be able to find it by the left hand side. See English sub language. It was applied as an art subject. If we had something like physics or chemistry, CHEM, we can put chemistry. Then chemistry is a science subject. We apply it. It is only offered by senior secondary, and we save it. It will, whatever we save on the left hand side will appear on the right hand side. And so you're able to see chemistry as a subject on the right hand side. So by doing this, you will be able to register all the subjects that are offered in the school. Then we also have set session/term. This you always have to do every term, because the computer needs to know what term and what session are you going to be processing results for your students. Now we are currently on 2017/2018 academic session. We are currently on the first term, and then we are saying next term reopens when. Now if we are in the first term, we have to know when first term vacates. When is the second term supposed to be resuming? Because schools usually have academic calendar for an entire session. So when is second term supposed to be resuming? Now the reason for this is that if you set it here once, you have already set it in such a way that when the system processes the student's result, we are going to have when next term will resume, and then it will be on the result, and then you save settings. The school's grading system. The school's grading system talks about when the result is generated, how should the system grade the students. Now, if you look at the hints we have here, manage the way grading appears. For example, 95 is A, and the remark is excellent. Note, you are going to enter the values in range. For example, 70 to 100 is A. Then the upper bound is 100, the lower bound is 70. We all know that some schools could tell you from 0 to 39 is F, fail, from 40 to 50. So that the first number, for example, the lower bound 0 to 39 is F. Remark, fail. Verdict, fail. Verdict means what happened, the person failed. Now, who will this affect? Basic, junior secondary, nursery, SS, or all? So we could say let it be applied to junior secondary, and then we submit. If you submit, it will enter. Then you can now continue from 40 to 49. 40 to 49, what does it mean? Some schools might tell you that it means E. And what does E stand for? You can just put whatever. You can say fair. Fair result. Fair. But fair does not mean the person failed, the person passed. Just like that. Then till you get to, let's say, 70 to 100. 70 to 100 could mean A to your school. Then the remark is excellent. Verdict, passed. Who should it apply to? You have to fill in all this, and the system will now be able to use it when it processes the result. And so we have SMS sender ID. Every school in Digital School Solution, we offer free SMS for schools to be able to communicate with their parents, their staff, and the outside community. And so you are supposed to fill in the name you want your SMS to appear in. For example, you have Excel School. So if the name of your school is Iman College, you put IMAN College, provided it does not exceed 11 characters, maximum characters 11. You can shorten it if you want. You can say Iman call. Just whatever you want to put. If the name of your school is Sandy College, you put Sandy or Sandy School. It does not exceed 11 characters, and you submit. So each time you go through the communication to send SMS, you will discover that you'll be able to deliver SMS from the communication. The SMS will deliver to parents or whoever receives the SMS with the name Sandy Schools, as the case may be. Then you submit. The next one is the number of times school opened. The number of times school opened is also very important because it will appear on the result telling us if schools open, for example, 211 times. Now, when the system is taking attendance for the students, it will be able to calculate how many times the students came to school. So it will say student came to school 200 times out of 211 times. And so you save it. Then the next one is the promotion criteria. Every school has what they refer to as promotion criteria. Now the hint is this page helps you to manage promotion criteria. Enter the minimum score a student should score in a subject to earn him promotion. Enter only for the subject that is required for promotion. Now for some
this one
schools,
is not complete
let me just
because we are still going to cut it out.
okay, so we'll stop here now.
Yeah.
F10.